Hi all, I wanted to do a quick video about two indicators that was requested by one of our viewers. Before I begin, I would like to mention that this is an educational channel. All content over here is for the sake of education. Kindly read the disclaimer you see on the screen and in the description below. With that said, let's proceed. So I had a comment in one of my videos stating that, sir, can you please look into two indicators, which is Gaussian Channel and Lorentzian. All right, I'll show you that comment as well. So I'd made this video called 3 good indicators suggested by a channel member, and this is the comment I had gotten by Rajendra Mukherjee. This is his name for 4 days back. Please can you please FI video on Gaussian Channel and Lorentzian, to which I had replied, I think I've already made a video on Gaussian Channel. Try and search on the channel. Anyways, I'll look into this. So yeah, I think sometime back I've made a video on Gaussian Channel. I don't remember exactly when. But anyways, let's give these a fresh look. So we'll look into both the Gaussian Channel and Lorentzian and take it from there. All right. So let's begin. So the first indicator I'll discuss is Gaussian Channel. When you do a Gaussian channel search, I'll show you, you'll get a couple of indicators that come up about the script. Let me just word search this Gaussian channel. And if you look at the indicator and search, you'll find quite a lot of Gaussian channel indicators come up. We are, I think, using the first one by Donovan Wall. All right. Are we using the first one? I think so. Yeah, Donovan Wall, we are using the first one. So now let's get into the indicator and check. After using it for some time, after that comment, I checked both the indicators. This is how the indicator comes. If I reset the settings, this is how the indicator would look. Now you all know that I work on the 5 minutes time frame. On a general note, so the chart that you're seeing on screen is Bank Nifty spot chart on the 5 minutes time frame. And on that 5 minutes time frame, this is not going to work the way we would want it to work in the default settings. All right, look at this. This is the default settings. It's not going to work because on the default settings, it's giving you a very broad spectrum analysis. All right. And what we want is an intraday kind of analysis where we can take a quick trade intraday and get out. For that, I'll have to make some changes. So when I made those changes, this indicator looks like this. Okay. So with my changes, it'll look like this. It'll exactly cut, turn green to red where the drop happens, and exactly go green from red when the up move is happening. Now, whether you want that these indicators are not upper, lower, and then channel fill. So do you want to see that whole thing? I don't want to see it, so because it's not to my liking. Basically, I want to get to the crux of the indicator. So I don't want to see all of this. So I'll show you my settings, just copy it, and then you can alter it the way you want it. I use only filter. I'm not using this high range band. I'm not using the low range band. I'm using the bar color in this case. So if I uncheck this, it'll come back to normal candles, but I'm using the bar color in this case. Channel fill also I'm not using. Labels and values at the bottom I'm not using. This by default sampling period I think is 149 or something like that. Let me just check. It's 144 by default. I have realized that 49 works best. All right. When you make this 49, it becomes like this. And that will work best on the 5 minutes time frame that we are using. It will show you exactly when candles are going long and exactly when the trend is shifting to short. All right. So after making all these changes, I'll cancel this and I'll show you how I'm going to be using it. So my input will look like this. HLC3 poles 4. Sampling period I'll keep at 49. Again, you know that I like NSDT HAMA at 55. That is the NSDT HAMA settings. In this, it's looking more accurate at 49. So fine, this reduce lag mode and reduce response, you can give them a try, they work, but I don't want them. See, this works even better with this reduced lag mode. All right, it looks better. This fast mode, I'm not too sure, but the reduced lag mode is quite good, but I'm not going to be using them. If you want to use them, you can. They are good. Because you see over here, I don't want this. For me, without it is better. It's a more simplified approach. These are my settings in the input. In the style, as I've said, I'm only keeping the filter. I've kept the bar color and I've unchecked everything. So only filter and bar color are checked. Everything else is unchecked. This is how I would use the Gaussian channel currently with my current mindset. And I would say that this is more or less an NSDT HAMA kind of a thing. And it's close to what an NSDT HAMA would do. We can probably see what an NSDT HAMA would look like on this. Yeah, so if I make the NSDT HAMA candles active and with my settings on NSDT HAMA, where I've not basically changed anything in the input, I've only removed the HAMA candles and the tables. I don't know what the tables were. So NSDT HAMA will look like this. As you can see, it's pretty much running in conjunction with the Gaussian channel. All right. Only thing is NSDT HAMA is giving you lesser signals than even the Gaussian channel. So let's get rid of this NSDT HAMA. The Gaussian channel will look like this. I can make it work like this. I will not be able to make it work on the 5 minutes time frame on Back Nifty on the spot chart in its default settings. It may work on some other time frame, maybe a daily time frame or a weekly time frame and all of that. But I work on the 5 minutes time frame. So for me, if I was using Gaussian channel, I would use it like this. Now let's go to the next indicator, which is called Lorentzian. Lorentzian is a lot. It's got a lot going. However, if you ask me, basically it's working around 200 EMA, and I'll show you towards the end of the video how. Now Lorentzian, when you work by default in Lorentzian, if I reset settings, it comes like this. It'll put a table on top. It'll give you some notes, so many notes over here and there. Long story short, if I was going to be using Lorentzian, I've made some changes, so I'll cancel this. What I've done is I've gone into Lorentzian. I have not changed anything in the input section. Input section data is what it is. Only in style, I've taken out this plot. I don't want to see the plot. I don't know what that plot was doing. It must have been doing something. So I've taken out the plot. And I've taken out these two plots also. There must be a reason I've taken them out. And I have taken out all these labels, tables, trades on chart, signal labels, quantity, because all this will just complicate the chart and give you too much data, which will make it too much data to really work on. All right. So I'll cancel this and I'll show you my settings once again. Again, in the Lorentzian, in the input section, we will not make any changes. In the properties, we will not make any changes. Only in the style section, we'll get rid of all the plots. So this plot, you can actually get rid of the background color. Use whatever suits you. I'll tell you in the end of the day what this Lorentzian is working on. But yeah, if you want to use it, get rid of this plot. Get rid of these two plots. Get rid of all these over here and get rid of these two at the bottoms. That's how I would use it. I'm not suggesting you follow my footsteps, but this is how I would use it. For me, this works. with this changes, I get what you're seeing on the screen right now. It's giving me a couple of accurate buy and sell signals. It's telling me to buy over here. The target is still here, but as you can see, it goes halfway through the target and then reverses, so it actually does not achieve the target. Here also, it tells you to buy and the target is somewhere over here, but it does not go the whole length. As you know, our markets, I mean, it will not do anything. Our markets are very finicky. So it does not go to the whole target area. It goes halfway and comes back here. You see this one main target is still here. It goes pretty close. This is a sell target. It goes pretty close and then it reverses back. So anyway, Lorentzian also can be used. See, basically Lorentzian is working in and around this line, this white line, because if I make this Lorentzian disappear, then you'll find that white line going away. That white line is nothing but 200 EMA, and to prove that, I've got this 200 EMA over here. When I activate it, you can't see it because it is overlapping with the Lorentzian. I'll make this broader and you may be able to see it. There. Now you can see that white line has become blue, right? Because 200 EMA, that white line by Lorentzian is nothing but, if I cancel this, it'll go back. I'll just show it to you 1 second. I'll increase the length and I'll click on OK. Okay, so you see when I make this EMA 200 extra that I've added, come and go, you'll find that that line is nothing but a 200 EMA. That white line of the Lorentzian is nothing but 200 EMA. All right. So the bottom line is Gaussian channel is not workable in its default settings. If you're a 5-minute trader, it will not work. You'll have to make the changes that I've made. I'm not suggesting you make those changes. I'm just saying that if I was going to be using Gaussian channel, I would use it with those changes and I would use Lorentzian with the changes that I've made. And with those changes made, when you activate both of them, they will look something like this. Now this is workable according to me, because here you see the Gaussian channel already becomes red from green, and then it cuts over this 200 EMA also, and then you have this massive fall happening. So that way, if you are using these two with the settings that I've just shown, it will work. If you're able to understand what these two indicators are saying, basically it's nothing but something like an NSDT hammer working with 200 EMA. That's the core logic right now that we are viewing. All right, see here both cuts and you get, so it's a these two indicators are usable together. I would say quite usable together. Over here also you see once candles go above both, then it shoots off. Am I using any bottom indicator in this? Currently not, but if I had to use something at the bottom, I would have used my same. Anyways, you will be restricted to 2 indicators if you're on the free version. So now if I had to use a third indicator, my famous MACD 8215 would be my preference. 8215 histogram I don't use. This I use blue, this I use purple, and the zero line by default is this color. All right, so if I use this like this, it will look something like this. Do I need to use it? Questionable over here. If I had the paid channel access to trading view, yes, I would use it. Otherwise, if you're only restricted to 2 indicators, then you'll have to make a choice. And if you want to use a bottom indicator also, then make that choice about which one you want to give up. Gaussian channel, Lorentzian, or MACD. You can give up the MACD at the bottom and just work with the Gaussian channel and Lorentzian, because these 2 indicators are providing you pretty accurate signals. I'll get this of this EMA also because I've already shown what this EMA does, so it does not require anymore. So there you go. Now I have a chart only with 2 indicators, that is Gaussian channel with the settings that I've shown you, and Lorentzian with the settings that I've shown you. By default, the settings that come on the Lorentzian, there's too much data. it'll distract you on the 5 minutes time frame. All that data and all is not required in my view, so I have filtered it down to what is reasonable and what is usable, and it looks something like this. With this, yes, I can use Gaussian and Lorentzian in tandem with each other, and the data is very presentable and the data is very workable with what you're seeing on the screen as well. It'll look exactly the way you're seeing it if you use these two indicators together with the settings that I've just shown you. All right, so I'll end this video, guys. I just wanted this to be out because somebody had requested I look into Gaussian and Lorentzian. So I've looked into it, I've spent some time with it, I've made the required changes for 5 minutes trading. Let me just specify that by default they may be good for 15 minutes, 1 hour, 2 hours, 5 hours, 1 day, 1 week. I'm not too sure, but because I'm primarily a 5 minutes trader, I've made the required changes that would be good for me and the way I use indicators. You can also try it out with the changes that I've made. All right, so I'll end the video on that note. Thank you very much for watching. I hope this video is helpful to you in some form or the other, and I hope I've solved the query of my viewer as well. If you're already a subscriber to the channel, consider becoming a member. We upload videos every now and then for our members, which are exclusive to our members only. I am in the future going to be discussing IPOs as well, and what IPOs I will be applying for and I will not be applying for. Again, those will be my personal takes, and I'll share that data with my members. If you're not yet subscribed, then subscribe to our channel, share the video with your family and friends. Please give this video a thumbs up. It motivates us to make more videos for you. Also subscribe to our free Telegram channel. The link is given in the description below in all our videos. I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.